Hey, what's up you guys? It's your girl back with another video. So today I'm really excited about this one. So I had the idea to do this one not that long ago. I was like, why don't I sit down, do my makeup, and give y'all the tea, or just give y'all my thoughts on the latest season of Love is Blind. I think this is the one that was based out of Seattle. I believe, I could be wrong, it might have been Portland. I know it's one of the two, but I'm pretty sure it was Seattle. Anyways, yeah, that's what we're gonna be doing today. So if you're interested, just stay tuned. Okay, so I haven't even primed my face, so I'm just gonna quickly do that. I'm gonna be using the Saturday Skin Waterfall. This is the Waterfall Glacier Cream. I got it in a BoxyCharm, so I'm not really sure how good it is for your skin, but it feels really good. I usually use it whenever I'm about to do my makeup. I also wanted to show you guys a routine that I'm doing, because this is a routine that I like to do whenever I'm going out to the gym, or going to get groceries, or for clients, taking clients for the day. It's a super easy, quick makeup look that looks really good and lasts, I want to say, a good amount of time. So yeah, I think it's super easy, super quick. And I'm gonna also be adding eyeshadow just for today because of the video and I have time. I also wanted to try one of my newer palettes that I just got. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so I'm not priming my face with anything because I'm not going anywhere. So to start off, I'm gonna be going in with, this is the L'Oreal Infallible Concealer. I'm gonna use the shade 375 and just put it over my red spots, acne areas, and just to cover it up a little bit, because the foundation that I'm using isn't the most full coverage. It's pretty good coverage, but not the fullest coverage. All right, so have y'all watched Love is Blind? I'm just gonna tell y'all right now, there's gonna be spoilers. So spoiler alert, if you haven't watched it, I would go ahead and watch that first. And if you wanna come back, if you remember to come back, I'd greatly appreciate it. But if you don't mind me spoiling some stuff and you haven't watched it, then I gave you the warning. Okay, so I feel like my biggest gripe right now is with Jackie and Josh. So how about they didn't show up to that reunion? I personally feel like if you are doing a reality TV show, you should know what comes with it. I feel like it was such a cop-out for them to do a little video that they filmed and have that showing at the reunion. I don't know, I feel like they should have them sign something in the beginning where it's you have to come to the reunion. You have to be there, it's part of your contract, I guess. Yeah, that was it. I also wanted to talk about, how did y'all feel about Micah and Irina? I was just so wow, because some people just aren't self-aware, so they don't realize how their energy can be picked up by other people. And it's just they were so mean. They were just mean girls, mean-spirited people, super ugly on the inside, ew. I don't know if y'all remember that clip where Bliss was making the cupcakes for Zach and Irina peeped. I guess she felt terrible that she didn't remember it was his birthday, so she went over there and asked her for some candles. I was like, bitch, what would, in what world would you think that that's okay? Y'all both know that y'all are both dating the same guy, and you're gonna try to get some candles off of me when you didn't remember anything? What? That's crazy. Okay, so now I'm gonna be going with my Il Maquillage foundation. So I tried it a little bit more and I figured out the combination that works for me with this foundation, and it's definitely putting down this concealer first and then this over top, and that gives me the coverage that I need for me to just feel good when I walk outside with makeup on. Anyway, so I'm gonna be going and putting this all over my face. Okay, what was I saying? Oh yeah, talking about Irina, how mean girl she was being. In what world did she think that was gonna be okay? And you know what? I really feel sad that Bliss has to deal with the fact that she kind of was option number 2. I hate that some women have to deal with men not seeing who they are the first time around. I mean, but it's hard to say, because if you don't know, if you're not familiar with the show, the people have to be in these pods. And I looked it up on Google just so I could have the right verbiage for this, so I don't confuse anybody. So it says, the series follows 15 men and 15 women, all from the same metropolitan area, hoping to find love. For 10 days, the men and women date each other in purpose-built pods where they can talk to each other through a speaker but not see each other. So basically there are 2 rooms that are connecting, and there's a wall between them, and they can just speak to each other about whatever, but they can't see each other. And that's the whole experiment. And I was saying that it's tricky when it comes to that, because they can be building really strong connections, but at the end of the day, you can't really judge somebody off of just 10 days of speaking with them, sometimes some people need to experience other people in more experiences together. You just won't really know who a person is just by listening to them and talking to them. And maybe you can, But some people need more reassurance. Anyways, I can't remember how I got here. Oh yeah, I was talking about Zach not being able to judge, I guess, Irina's character off rip. And I remember Bliss like made a comment about that. She was like, you know what? And that's honestly a red flag for me too if you can't like see, you know, or judge her character correctly or something like that. I can't remember what it was. I appreciate that Bliss was like talking her shit. You know, she didn't just give Irina the candle to give Zach because she didn't remember doing anything for him. Like, I'm so proud that she did that because she was like, no bitch, this is my man. Why the fuck would I help you out? So yeah, that's how I felt kind of a way about that, but it is what it is. It seems like they were doing pretty good, Bliss and Zach, once they finally got back to each other. Who else do I have a gripe with? Micah. Micah was also a mean girl. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with my CoverGirl True Blend Undercover Concealer, and I'm gonna put this under my eyes. I hate that Paul also had to like experience Micah in a different way for him to realize that she was not the one. And I feel like his comment, he made a comment about her, or about him not seeing her as a good mother or something like that. I might be, you know, saying the words a little off, but something along those lines. And I feel like that came from him picking up that she was just a mean girl. Like, in her heart, he kind of like picked it up. And how about Micah's friend? She was at the wedding and she was like, oh, I know how much you wanted this, the wedding that you deserve, but this is just not it. And I just feel like as a friend, you might have your opinions about, you know, something that your friend is doing, but like at the end of the day, like if you love your friend, you're just gonna support her. You're gonna have your 2 cents maybe, but you're still gonna support her. So like you can have, and you can also support your friend and tell her how you feel about things while also being tactful, not just like crying at the fucking wedding and saying that this is not it. Like, that's insane. I just feel like that's crazy, but maybe I'm crazy, I don't know. Okay, so now my concealer is down here. Now I'm gonna set it with the Ben Nye Pretty Pink powder. Honestly, all I have been using to set under my eyes recently has been pink powder. The difference that it makes for me, and I feel like it also helps because my foundation, I'm not the best person at matching my foundation. So I feel like this really helps me like even out or get my skin to look the right tone. I don't know how, but I feel like it looks so much better. I used to always use banana powder, like yellowish powders, or even translucent powders, but I really feel like the pink powder has really been making a huge difference, and it just looks so much more like, I don't know, more pretty to me. Okay, so who else? Can we talk about that one scene? Okay, so Tiffany and Brett, they were really cute. I feel like they were both super genuine people. And how about that one time that Tiffany fell asleep while Brett was telling her how much he loved her, or like how special she was? I was like, got this girl falling asleep. I was really scared that she was gonna like sabotage the whole thing by doing that. I was like, hopefully he can understand that, you know, maybe, you know, she did say that his voice was so soothing and she got so comfortable, so she kind of just like fell asleep. And luckily he was understanding, so I thought, you know, I was like, good for him, and not letting ego get in the way and was like, what the fuck, what happened, da da da. So I thought that was pretty cool. But how about that one moment when I think they were like on the couples retreat in Mexico, and they were like getting really hot, really spicy on the bed, and like they were like trying hopping. And I was like, why are they doing this on camera? And you know what? It's not that they were doing it on camera. It's the fact that the producers felt the need to include that clip. Because I can understand kissing and stuff, but once you get to like more intimate stuff like that, I feel like there should have been a boundary, and there was none. When it comes to the producers, not to the people living their life. I just feel like it's one thing to watch actors in a movie or like on a series, or, you know, paid actors to do something versus real people, and this is like them in real life. I don't know. That was just my 2 cents about that. Now I'm gonna sweep this. This is my Morphe X Jacqueline JH11. I really like it to just like brush everything from underneath my eye. It's like the perfect size. It's super big, but it just feels so good. Who else did I want to talk about? Oh, how about Irina? It's crazy because I started rewatching it with one of my clients, and I noticed that in the beginning, Irina was like, oh, she hopes for somebody to see that she's a good person on the inside or something like that. Like, she was just saying that she was a good person on the inside. And I was like, it's so crazy watching this back and how that aged horribly, because she was not a good girl at all. And it's like, she was just making so much fun of Zach and just like not making him feel good. And at the reunion, she was like, oh, when I was under the pillow, I was having an anxiety attack and I was crying. Like, bitch, she was not crying. She was not crying. There's no way anybody could possibly believe that she was crying, because she just wasn't. All right, so today we're gonna be going in with the Huda Beauty Empowered palette. I have not used it yet. I really wanted to do like a cute little like peachy moment with like one of these shadows here. This is my first Huda Beauty palette and I've never like, you know, experienced their formula, so I'm excited to try it. Also, can y'all see how like cute it just looks underneath my eyes? Like, it doesn't look like it's too bright of a shade. That's why I really like it, because I might not always have the best match of concealer, and maybe sometimes it's too white or too bright, or you know, whatever, but I just feel like it really just like makes everything just look so good and so blended together. The pink powder, I'm talking about the pink powder. What else did I want to talk about? Who are the other couples? Oh, Chelsea and Kwame. Okay, so at first I did not really think that he was like really into her. It was giving he really likes how she loves him, you know what I'm saying? Like, she made him feel so safe and just so loved, that that's what he loved about her, versus like him loving her as a person. I don't know, it was weird. Okay, so I quickly did my eye makeup. I did not appreciate that one moment where like, you know, all the couples were meeting each other and him and Micah were having like a 20-minute conversation at the pool. I just feel like if you're engaged to somebody, there's no need for you to be in conversation with another bitch that you was feeling and wanted to propose to. Like, that shit is just like disrespectful to me. And Micah, I feel like she was like just going along with it. She low-key was feeling it, and I feel like she just like was thriving off of the attention. She was at, oh, Kwame wants me still. I don't know, it was getting very much that. Also, how about that one moment when Jackie had already got there with Marshall and Brett is like walking down the little steps with Tiffany, and then Jackie, she was wearing some shades, and then she like lifts them up and she was like, hold up, he kind of fine. Meanwhile, Marshall is right behind her, and I remember he like went to look at her and was like, and I can't remember what happened. They should have did a close-up of what happened there, but I thought that was so crazy. I also want to talk about Marshall and Jackie. I felt really bad for Marshall because he seemed like he was a super sweet guy. Like, he was all in with his feelings for Jackie. And then I remember that one episode, Marshall had found out that Josh was telling Jackie, oh, if it's not you, then I don't want to be with nobody else, so I just might as well just pack up my shit and go, or something like that. Marshall was like, somebody's playing with my woman, somebody's in her ear playing games with her, da da da. But I'm like, what if Josh actually felt that way? Maybe like he's not playing games with her. I mean, we don't know what happened. I don't know what actually happened, but like, what if he did actually fuck with her? So I feel like him expressing those things to her, and Marshall is aware that Jackie is dating another person, those are completely valid comments to say anyways. But at the end of the day, Jackie ends up picking Marshall, and I feel like, again with these two, Jackie appreciated the qualities that Marshall had, but also was not able to see past the physical, because I guess she just wasn't attracted to him. And so for her, it was, she needed more of a physical attraction to be with him. I remember there was the one episode where Marshall had asked for the ring back, and so Jackie was like, no, I think I'm gonna keep it because she wants to have it. I can't remember what the fuck she said. And then Marshall was like, no, like, you were the one that came out or decided to like leave the relationship. I was like, damn, she probably just wants to pawn it. But I feel like, because like, why else would she want to keep it? I feel like that's weird. When that episode was airing, me and my boyfriend were watching it, and he was like, yeah, you know, he has a point. And me in my head, I was like arguing with him, so I'm like, no, because if the situation had been different, where like, you know, maybe he had cheated on her or something, then I feel like Jackie has all the right room to keep the ring, because at this point you said fuck the relationship, you said fuck me, you said fuck the ring. So that's how I feel about that. What else? I feel like I've hit a lot of points that I wanted to hit. I might be missing some because I didn't like write it out. I was gonna make time to, let me not even talk about what I was gonna do, so I didn't do it. I didn't make the time to write up talking points. I feel like I hit at least one little thing from each of the couples. Let me just go double check. I also want to talk about the host. I can't remember her name. They were going off about her on Twitter. Let me look her up. So the hosts are Vanessa Lachey and Nick Lachey. So Vanessa Lachey, I don't know what it is about her, but I just feel like I've never really liked her as a host. I feel like the little bits that she has or the questions that she creates just don't really come off as genuine. And I'm sure maybe she doesn't have to really care about these people, but at least let it come across on camera that like, you know, you're intrigued, or let it be like real reactions versus like forced reactions, because you feel like you have to like create this kind of thing. I don't know. I just don't really like her as a host. And then how about when they were trying to do the live finale, and I remember me and my boyfriend, we were like on the TV about to watch it because I got my boyfriend into it, and we were like, what the hell? I think it was like 8 o'clock on a Saturday or on a Friday, and it just wasn't coming on, and we were like, what the fuck? And like literally I think we waited till like almost, we didn't wait till 10, but we kept checking back to see if it would turn on and if it would work, but it didn't. So we were just like, fuck it, and we ended up just like watching it the next day. But that was crazy. But also, give this video a huge like if you stay till the end, so I'm about to give you guys a cute little juicy thing that I know. So how about one of my friends made it on to the Charlotte season of Love is Blind? Like they're actually filming right now. Like right now. So one day my guy friend texted my boyfriend and was like, hey, what's y'all's emails so I can invite y'all to a wedding? We were both like, wedding? Who is getting married? And then I was like, okay. But you know what? So he's also like a DJ on the side. I was like, maybe, you know, he got invited to be a DJ at a wedding and he just wants us to be there. And I thought that was pretty cool. But then come to find out, he texted my boyfriend and was like, hey, you know, that he made it onto the cast and that he needed the email so that, you know, if he ends up making a connection and going through with the wedding, then they would email us to invite us to the wedding. But I just thought that was so crazy because I remember we had been talking, he had mentioned it to me on our Friendsgiving, that he was thinking about like, you know, like participating or whatever, and I was like, you know what, fuck it, like why not? Like, you know, you're single and it could be just like a good experience, you know, it could go for you, or if not, at the end of the day it was a good experience to have been able to go through. So I thought that was pretty freaking cool. So I'm really excited to see, you know, the Charlotte season, not only because of that, but also Charlotte low-key is like a smaller city, so I feel like somehow, some way, a lot of people are gonna know somebody on the show. So I'm just curious to see, you know, who all we see and if I maybe recognize somebody else. All right, y'all, so that was the end of this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. This one was really fun for me. I feel like I might, you know, if there's anything else that I would like to watch, maybe I can like comment on it and just like, you know, give my thoughts and stuff, because this was really fun. I feel like, you know, I was just chilling with you guys, chatting with you guys. But anyways, yeah, thank you. If you stuck around to the end, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you guys for being here. Literally, like, any time that is spent on my channel, I'm like, wow, this bitch really fucks with me. Or maybe you don't fuck with me, you're just over here being a nosy bitch. But either way, I appreciate you for being here. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. Please give this video a huge thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. It really helped me out. But yeah, I hope to see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.